Oh my gosh, guys, it's cold. Get in here. Get inside. Get inside. Come on out. Oh my gosh, it's freezing. All right. Hi everyone, it's Mr. Ben. We're going to talk about layering up when the temperatures get really cold. So let's talk about staying warm when the weather gets nasty and cold outside. We as humans, we're not like other animals. We don't have fur coats or other adaptations and other features that help keep us nice and warm when we're outside. We need clothing such as layers that are going to help us stay warm and not allow our body temperature to drop at a dangerous level. All right, that's when hypothermia comes into play. That's when our body temperature drops at a dangerous level. All right, so let's talk about how to layer and pick out the right clothing. So the key to staying warm is essentially staying dry. When we stay dry, our bodies are able to regulate the heat and the cold a lot better than we are when we're wet with soaking wet clothes. So when it comes to clothes, we always want to make sure that we check the materials and what they're made out of before we go outside. Now, we want to stay away from things that are made out of cotton. Things such as jeans, we've got 100% cotton t-shirts, sweatshirts, and long sleeve shirts. These are all things we want to avoid while being outside in the cold. So we're going to toss those. So let's talk about the first layer, the base layer. All right, so the base layer is all about a tightly formed article of clothing that has helped to kind of help soak up that moisture around your body. All right, the base layer will help store any moisture you've got. Things like wool will hold up about a third its weight of just sweat and perspiration from your body, and it'll still keep you warm. It's pretty crazy. Now, when it comes to base layers, the whole goal is for it to get that moisture off of you and help your body properly regulate and maintain body temperature. The next layer is your insulating layer. I'll put that on right now. All right, so insulating layer is going to be essentially a form of outdoor pants. It's going to help. It's going to be like a windbreaker or something that's going to help. It's going to be nice and soft and insulated on the inside. Tops include stuff like fleece, other synthetic materials, not cotton, things that are going to help give you lots of loft and insulation. That could also include things like down jackets or things like that as well. The whole goal is to help insulate and retain any body heat that you have. All right, so let's get on to the next one. All right, the last layer is going to be your outer shell. So the outer shell essentially is any material that is breathable, but also is waterproof as well. So while this layer is its whole goal is to protect you from the elements such as wind, snow, and rain. All right. So we want to make sure that you've got reinforced seams, just like here, where it's not going to let the water in. All right. If you've got one that's an outer shell that is really dense or is more water repellent, you're going to want to, if you're walking, you're very active, you're probably going to want to vent out every now and then. But the great thing about layers, folks, is layers you can always take off. Because depending on if you're more active or more still, the more you walk and the more active you are, you're going to sweat a lot. And you can take off any layers if you get too sweaty and too warm. And that's the great thing about this process. So, alrighty, before you all go, don't forget to have your hats and gloves of various things. Depending on how cold it is, there are different hats and different gloves for different situations. But if it's like super wet and raining outside, you probably want something that's going to be waterproof as well to keep those hands and those digits nice and warm. Now, socks, big thing as well. Again, what do we want to avoid? Cotton is rotten. That's right. We want to make sure we've got synthetic socks or wool socks, especially when it's this cold out. Wool socks are key. Things like the Smart Wool this socks right here. They've got these. They're thick. They're heavy. And they've got these little loop-de-loops that helps with loft and insulation of your feet, and they're going to be extra toasty and warm. Also, remember, when wool gets wet, it can hold up to a third of its weight in water and helps keep your body regulated with the warm and cold. Keeps it away. So pretty awesome stuff there. Natural fibers, great stuff. So we talked about a lot of things today, and I think you guys are now ready to get outside and brave the elements. So just hold on a second, just wait there. Got a few things for y'all. So why don't you take these, alrighty? And y'all have a good day. Let's get you outside to brave those elements. And this is Branch from Natureversity. Have a good one. Bye.